What it's like to be every private military contractor rank. Level 1, the applicant. You're 22 years old. You just separated from the United States Marine Corps. 4 years, 2 deployments. Helmand Province, Afghanistan. You have a combat action ribbon, a shoulder that clicks when it rains, and a DD-214 that says honorable discharge. You also have $6,300 in savings, no college degree, and a girlfriend in Jacksonville who stopped answering your calls. You're living in your childhood bedroom in Fayetteville. You're 22 years old, and you feel like you're 40. The civilian world doesn't make sense. You spent last Christmas behind a HESCO barrier watching a corporal bleed out. You apply for jobs. Security guard, $14 an hour. Loss prevention at Target, $16 an hour. Managers 10 years younger than you ask about your 5-year plan. Your 5-year plan was to not die in Sangin. Then you see the ad. 48 hours later, your phone rings. Are you comfortable operating in environments where the rules of engagement are ambiguous? You pause. Yes. You said yes to everything because you recognize the only language you're fluent in. Level 2, the trainee. You fly to a facility outside Moyock, North Carolina. The compound is 7,000 acres of pine forest and firing ranges and kill houses. The parking lot has more pickup trucks than a NASCAR tailgate. There are 60 other candidates, all men, all veterans. Look at the person to your left. Look at the person to your right. One of you won't be here next week. It's not boot camp, it's harder. You learn to form a diamond around a principle. You learn to identify a suicide bomber by the way he walks. J-turns at 60 miles per hour in armored Suburbans. Tension pneumothorax, cricothyrotomy, junctional hemorrhage control. You run the kill house 30 times. You shoot a mannequin holding a phone. This is a mother calling her son. The mistake burns into your memory. You never shoot a phone again. 3 weeks later, you sign a contract. Your starting pay is $600 per day. Your mother asks what company you work for. She's never heard of it. Good. Level 3, the static guard. Your first deployment is Baghdad. Green zone. International zone, they call it now. You're assigned to static security. You guard a gate. 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week, 90 days straight, no days off. Your job is to check IDs, search vehicles, pat down every person who enters. You process 300 people a day. Once a knife duct taped to the underside of a cleaning cart, he doesn't resist, he doesn't explain, he just walks away. The heat is 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Your body armor weighs 35 pounds. You clean your weapon twice a day and it still grinds. You're making $600 a day. You call home once a week on a satellite phone. Your high school friend says he just got promoted to assistant manager at Applebee's. You stand at the gate. The sun hasn't moved. Level 4, the PSD operator. You're 24. You're assigned to protect a senior State Department official. 2 vehicles, lead car and follow car. You face backward, watching the road behind you. A white sedan approaches too fast. The sedan changes lanes, a family inside. Your body has been trained out of fear. One afternoon, your convoy is hit. 2 shooters on a rooftop. You grab Karen. You push her down between the seats. Your driver executes a J-turn. The convoy reaches the green zone in 7 minutes. She apologizes for being late, doesn't mention the ambush. Your pay has been raised to $800 a day. You have a recurring dream where the white sedan doesn't change lanes. You wake up at 4 a.m. and you go to the gym. You have $180,000 in savings. You're 24 years old. What replaces fear is attention. Level 5, the team leader. You're 27. You're responsible for protecting a senior executive from an American energy company. If you jog outside this compound, you will be kidnapped within 72 hours. You build a primary route and 2 alternates for every trip. If we take contact at checkpoint 3, we execute alternate route Bravo. Your team trusts you because you've been where they are. You're making $1,200 a day. You've been inside it for 47 total days. You call your mother on Sundays. She asks when you're coming home. You have a relationship with a nurse at the compound clinic. But love requires a future, and your future is a 90-day contract. Your life is the wire, the compound, the convoy, the brief, the debrief. That credibility can't be bought. It can only be lived. Level 6, the project manager. You're 30. The company pulls you off the field. Dubai, air conditioning, clean water, restaurants, a king-size bed, silence. Your office is in a glass tower. You can see the Burj Khalifa from your window. One monitor shows a real-time map of all team positions. You manage 14 teams, 84 operators. You assign your best operators. A team leader requests 4 armored vehicles. You approve 2. He says, "I hope you can sleep with that decision." You sleep in a king-size bed in Dubai. You eat sushi at Nobu. You drink whiskey with other project managers. Everyone has the dreams. Nobody talks about them. You have $1.8 million in investments. The nurse sends you messages. She asks if you'll visit. Soon, the word that means never spoken by people who can't say never. Level 7, the regional director. You're 34. You oversee operations across 11 countries, 340 operators, 52 active contracts. Your signature authorizes deployments. If an operator freezes and a client dies, your company loses the contract. You attend defense industry conferences in London and Washington. A senator pulls you aside in Georgetown. How many operators do you have in Syria right now? We're providing services consistent with our contractual obligations. You fly back to Dubai on a private charter. Somewhere below, people are sleeping in beds they'll wake up in tomorrow. You have everything the 22-year-old thought he wanted. You take Ambien every night. You calculate the probability one of them is dying right now. Level 8, the shadow executive. You're 39. The company restructures. Private equity buys a controlling stake for $600 million. Your equity stake pays out $12 million. Your office is now in McLean, 5 miles from CIA headquarters. You sit in rooms with no windows and no cell phones. A country in sub-Saharan Africa has a militia problem. The U.S. can't send troops, so they send you. Officially training, unofficially leading combat patrols. The mining region is secured, the mineral flows, smartphones get built. 22% profit margin, $9.9 million from one contract. An operator in Libya shot a teenager holding a stick. Subject later determined to be a non-combatant minor. The operator signs an NDA. He never existed. You drive home to Arlington. Your son runs to you. He's 3. You carried a 14-year-old's death in a file folder today. You pour a glass of bourbon. Sprinklers, crickets, safe sounds. Your nervous system doesn't trust quiet. You dream about a white sedan that never changes lanes. Level 9, the reckoning. You're 44. A journalist calls. She's been investigating your company for 18 months. The headline fills your phone screen. The teenager in Libya. A massacre at a checkpoint in Iraq. A contract in Yemen tied to war crimes. Congress demands hearings. You sit at a table facing senators. Your company profited from civilian deaths. How do you sleep at night? You don't answer. The Department of Justice opens an investigation. They recommend your resignation. You sign. You take the elevator down. You sit in the parking lot for 20 minutes. You have $22 million in assets. You have a bronze star and a purple heart in a shadow box. Your son has a game at 4 o'clock. You'll get ice cream after. They'll just see a father. And somewhere, a 22-year-old Marine is staring at a laptop screen. This is the private military industry. It disappears like smoke. But the bodies remain. The contracts remain. The money remains. And there's always another kid willing to raise his hand.